From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Monday, December 14th, 2015. Silver is trading at $13.88 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,074 per ounce. And according to BitcoinAverage.com, the average price of Bitcoin is $439. Antiwar.com reports over 9 months into the Saudi war on Yemen, a week-long ceasefire has been formally agreed to, with both the Shiite Houthis and the pro-Saudi faction, led by former President Hadi, saying the ceasefire will begin Monday evening. Houthi spokesman Mohammed Abdel Salam told a news conference, "We have agreed to the ceasefire to lift the suffering of our people and to deliver humanitarian assistance to them." Hadi's spokesman confirmed the ceasefire but couched it primarily as related to this week's peace talks in Geneva. Fighting appears to have escalated in recent days in strategically important areas, with both sides trying to secure last-minute gains before the ceasefire takes place. With time running out, however, there isn't much sign that any serious territory has exchanged hands. Previous ceasefires in Yemen have rarely lasted their full intended duration, with one of the most significant gains of pro-Saudi fighters, the capture of Aden, coming when a mid-July ceasefire was dishonored by Saudi forces, who later bragged they'd never formally agreed to the ceasefire to begin with. Since then, the early hours of ceasefires have tended to be tense, with a lot of continued tension and reports of violations by both sides. Having the ceasefire start days before the talks, then, is likely intended to give everyone time to settle into a new calm before the conference begins. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. UPI reports the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency said it arrested a man in Laredo, Texas, for allegedly attempting to smuggle 12 undocumented immigrants while using a fake Border Patrol vehicle. A Border Patrol agent was working operations on Thursday when he noticed a suspicious-looking government vehicle. The agency wrote in a statement published on Friday that the agent followed the vehicle while coordinating with other agents. A vehicle stop was performed on Interstate Highway 35, and agents noticed numerous subjects who were crammed inside the vehicle. The agency said in the statement, "To a casual observer, the cloned vehicle appeared to be a law enforcement vehicle conducting official business, but to the observant Border Patrol agent, something was not quite right." The driver was arrested and an investigation has been launched. You can support FPP Radio by joining the Fans program. Fans are friends, allies, and numerous supporters. Fans help FPP afford to produce more original content. You can join the Fans program for as little as $3 per month through Patreon and get perks like ad-free versions of FPP Radio News and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio. To learn more or to join the Fans program, visit fans.fppradio.com. That's fans.fppradio.com. Reuters reports lawmakers in Seattle are set on Monday to vote on a new law that would allow drivers for services such as Uber and Lyft the right to unionize. Seattle City Council member Mike O'Brien's proposal would provide the drivers with a path to collective bargaining. It is believed that the Seattle bill, if passed, would be the first in the United States that would allow collective bargaining rights for drivers of such services. The legislation would also apply to taxi drivers and other for-hire transportation providers. The council was set to vote on the legislation after testimony from drivers for the services and other interested parties. Uber currently operates in more than 300 cities in 67 countries and has raised $7.4 billion from investors. State legislators in Ohio and Florida are moving ahead with regulations governing Uber and other ride-sharing services that would designate all drivers as independent contractors, bolstering a critical but much disputed aspect of Uber's business model. Uber has built its business on the contractor model. Its smartphone application simply connects riders and drivers who own their cars and pay their own expenses. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.